Forces Occultus, or Occult Forces, subtitled The Mysteries of Freemasonry Unveiled for the First Time on Screen, is a French film produced in 1943 during occupied France by an ex-Freemason who, after the war, was executed for making this film. It tells the story of a young member of the French Parliament who joins a Freemason lodge at the urging of colleagues. Although made with German encouragement and support, it nonetheless reflected broad French sentiment. After France's liberation, the film's director, producer, and screenplay writer were severely punished and imprisoned for their role in this production. Director Jean Manny, a former Freemason, was sentenced to death and executed. It's a little bit under an hour, so I'm going to play it for you now with subtitles. Enjoy. Occult Forces. Soviet sphere of influence, French sphere of influence, American sphere of influence. Masonic spheres of influence. The movie starts in the Chamber of Deputies. From left to right, this parliament represents only corruption. You capitalists, you ceaselessly push the workforce to misery. And you communists, you never stop exploiting the misery that the capitalists want. Sirs, silence, please. All of you parliamentarians out of touch and on the perimeter. Don't insult parliamentarianism. Silence. Sirs, I will stop the meeting. Continue, Mr. Avenel. Sirs, I have no more to say. I have told you some truths, perhaps unpleasant, but still true. These interruptions won't stop me. The French community won't fight the conflicts. Conflicts between the selfish old bourgeoisie and the starving people. That's why I will not vote for this project, which panders to the international capitalists and would be a good pretext for the communists to accentuate our differences. I will not vote for it. No doubt I will be the only one who doesn't vote in favor, as it seems that by a strange aberration, the whole chamber is prepared as always to betray the interests of France for the benefit of certain very particular international interests. Bravo, Avenel. You must leave, ladies. Please leave. But I'm the wife of the deputy, who just spoke. Manifestations are forbidden, madam. Please leave. He's brave, this Avenel. These nationals who are too Puritan, we're wasting our time with them. We need to educate them a little. What lodge is he from? He isn't one of us, Brother Dubois. That explains everything. Here's an intelligent young man who needs a method and advice. Present him to us. He is sensitive. We need to proceed with caution. Send them to Le Revers. He should be able to persuade him. I'm on my way. My worshipful sir, we have a favor to ask of you. Brother Didon, I am at your service. Young Avenel, who just spoke so brilliantly, should be initiated. Masonry would benefit him a great deal and discipline him. Don't you think? I was thinking that. We'll take care of it without delay. So, I'm exhausted. What did you think of my speech? Excellent. You told them the plain truth. That won't help. They already voted on the project. It never helps to tell the truth. People don't like the truth. They much prefer lies. You're a cynic. No, I have some political experience. Some time ago, would you come with me for a while? I have something to say to you. Gladly. Look, I wanted to ask, if you remember our conversation about Freemasonry, you told me the other day that you were curious to know about the association. Yes, one hears sometimes good things, sometimes bad things. I don't like secret societies very much. Freemasonry is not a secret society. It's a discreet society. Why does it disturb you so much to see me become a Freemason? I'm suspicious of this association. It's full of social climbers. Okay, but it may have good people in it, motivated by sincere ideals. The text they gave me is full of good ideas. You think it's just a facade, an outward display? But it seems fair to me. You're an honest man, my love, but you have one great fault. What is that then? You never see the bad in things. You imagine other people are good, like you. That's why you're always disappointed. Well, I have decided to try the experience. Do it then. I hope I'm wrong. When do you have to be presented to these people? Wednesday. So soon? Brothers, business will continue in these areas. The committee has voted on the interrogation of the candidate Avenel. Let's read our interrogator's confidential reports. Pierre Avenel, born in 1902 at Laval, took his first communion. Brother Maudrier, please, but claims he doesn't practice regularly. He's even stopped going to church. Very well, but claims to be spiritual. Please follow me, sir. Allow me to cover your eyes. Brothers, the candidate Avenel, who has been recommended to us by Brother Gainsbourg, Vice President of the Chamber, is a deputy. But that doesn't impress us. We will especially examine what he can contribute to Freemasonry. We need people who will serve our order and contribute to its power. At the moment, he appears to adhere to national ideas, which are a little too absolute. I want to warn you of one thing. It's in our interest to have many parliamentarians in hand. It may be better not to ask him any questions, which will shock him. Be aware that he is sensitive about questions of spirituality or religion. When he has worked among us for a while, he will have evolved. Absolute silence, my brothers. Who knocks at the temple door in the proper manner? A candidate who has asked to be interrogated. Worshipful master, bring in the candidate. Sir, you have declared that you want to become a Freemason, but we need to know who you are. Therefore, we will interrogate you on your intentions, your beliefs, your political ideas. Reply without becoming disconcerted, but tell us the absolute truth. Do you consent to this interrogation? I consent. Sir, do you believe in God? And why? You seem disappointed by your first encounter with Freemasonry. The interrogation was a little embarrassing. I must have seemed ridiculous. Oh no, you are mistaken. Others before you didn't reply as well. You got a good majority. 16 votes to 10. What? I had 10 votes against me? No, only 2. But votes in opposition count for 5. One more against you and you would have been blackballed. Masonry is particular in its choice of candidates. Not enough, my friend. Not enough. I must warn you that you will be disappointed once you are in the lodge. The average Masons are terribly mediocre. You'll see that you give more than you receive. But these rites that you told me of, these mysterious initiations, stupidity. There are those who attach a certain symbolic value to them. The majority of the Masons themselves laugh at these old practices. But on the day of your ceremony, you'll find the tests are not pleasant. Letter of invitation. Members give the secret words. Wait here at the refreshment stall. We will come and get you. So? Well, it's understood, my friend. I'll take care of your case. You can count on me. But it's very important, of course. Excuse me, the meeting has started. I'm a little late. Take your places, my brothers, and we will begin our business. My brother Durand, please take your place at the organ. Brother Senior Warden, are you a Freemason? My brothers recognize me as such, worshipful master. Brother Junior Warden, how long have you been a Mason? 3 years. Brother Senior Warden, what is the first duty of a guard at the lodge? It is to ensure that the temple is tiled. Do you want to ensure it is tiled, brother? The temple is tiled, worshipful master. Brother Junior Warden, what is the second duty of the guards of the lodge? To assure that all the brothers present are regular members of the lodge or known visitors. Stand to order, my brothers. Brothers Senior and Junior Warden, ensure that all the brothers lined up in front of your columns are regular members or known visitors to the lodge. Worshipful Master, the brothers who decorate the columns are all regular members of the lodge or known visitors. It's the same in the Orient. Brother Senior Warden, what time do Freemasons start their business? At midday, Worshipful Master. What time is it? It is midday, Worshipful Master. As it is time for business, brothers Senior and Junior Warden, invite the brothers to join us in opening the business of the Enfants des Universe of the Free Orient at the grade of novice, in the customary manner. From me, my brothers, the sign, the triple clap, and the proclamation. liberty, equality, fraternity. Take your places, my brothers. Business has been opened. Brothers, the order of the day is the initiation of the candidate Avenel. The Lodge previously voted to take on the case of the aforementioned candidate. Therefore, this evening, you will solemnly receive him. My brother Tyler, please bring in the candidate Avenel, who is writing his philosophical testament in the office of reflection. Only through wisdom can we lead men. Not very jolly, this stuff. Sir, please follow me. Who knocks at the temple door in the proper manner? Worshipful Master, it is a candidate who asks to be received as a Mason, if he is judged to be fit. My brothers, arm yourselves with your swords. Let the candidate enter. Bow down, sir. Sir, this sword that you feel at your chest is always ready to punish perjury. It is the symbol of remorse that will pierce your heart if you betray the society that you are entering into. Are you willing, of your own free will, to enter among us? Yes. It is an institution that proceeds according to its own rules. It takes its strength from reason. Do you still persist in your intentions? Are you determined to submit yourself to the tests, whatever they may be? I am. In that case, entrust yourself to the hand that will lead you, as it would be imprudent to impose obligations on you, which you do not fully understand. It is wise of this respectful assembly to tell you what your duties will be, if they admit you into its heart. The first is a duty of absolute secrecy, especially in what you will hear and discover among us, as well as everything that you will see and learn presently. I will demand an oath from you that you will prepare at the libation cup. Do you agree to take it? Yes. Brother expert, let the candidate approach, and you, master of ceremonies, take him to the libation cup. Present the cup to the candidate. Speak the oath with me. I swear on my honor to reveal nothing of the nature of the test that you will submit me to. I swear. You must know the importance of the oath. If ever you go back on your word, so solemnly given, drink. Drink! This bitter drink should be a symbol for you of the bitterness and remorse which will remain in your heart, perjury which will burn your lips. Brother expert, take the candidate on his first voyage. Who goes there? A candidate who has asked to be received as a Mason. How does he dare to hope for this? Because he is free and of sound morals. If that is so, let him pass. Sir, The symbolic voyage that you make is an emblem of human life. The noise that you heard represents the passions which influence it. The obstacles that you met with show the difficulties that man faces, and that he cannot vanquish or surmount them without the help of his fellow men. Brother Expert, take the second voyage. Who goes there? A candidate who is asked to be received as a Mason. How does he dare to hope for this? Because he is free and of sound morals. If that is so, let him pass and be purified by the water. We have proceeded to the test by water, which represents your spirit being reborn into Masonic life. Your heart must be clear like pure water. Brother Expert, take the third voyage. Who goes there? A candidate who has asked to be received as a Mason. How does he dare to hope for this? Because he is free and of sound morals. If that is so, he will pass through the flames. The flames that surround you have completed your tests. The Masonic order into which you have asked to be admitted may perhaps one day demand that you fight until the last drop of blood to defend it and your brothers. I now prepare the Masonic oath for you. Brother Expert, lead the candidate to the altar. Brothers, be standing. To order, swords in hand. I, Pierre Avenel, of my own free will, in the presence of this respectable assembly of Masons, solemnly swear and promise never to reveal any of the mysteries of Freemasonry which have been confided to me. It was odd that my husband wanted to become a Freemason. I tried to dissuade him as much as I could, but you know how stubborn he is. He'll find himself surrounded by mediocre social climbers. We warned him as best we could. I hope nothing happens to him. There are so many stories about these secret societies. Don't worry, Claire. He'll avoid any bad situations. He's careful. Not careful enough. Sir, the oath that you have just taken doesn't trouble you? Do you consent to renew it when you receive the light? I will renew it. My brothers, we will give the light to the candidate. Brother Tyler, prepare to carry out your office. Give him the light on the third tap of the hammer. Neophyte. These swords that you see pointing at you signify that all Freemasons will come to your aid if you respect and observe our laws. But they also say that if you betray your oath, you will not escape the vengeance of the brothers spread out across the world and who have sworn to punish perjury. Do you swear it, my brothers? We swear it. My brothers, to the health of our new brother, to your health. My dear brother, what did you think of this evening? Very odd, but the ceremony is very impressive. My dear brother, may I leave you my card in case you need my services? I sell everything from hats to socks to soap at unbelievable prices. Allow me, my dear Livy Stein. Of course, go ahead. Brother Avenel, we will soon ask you to make your contribution. Yes, one of our friends in our lodge wants a tobacconist. The Grand Orient is flooded with business right now. With your help, things may move a little faster. At your service. Many thanks. Later, I'll discuss some other business with you. For several years, I felt a legion of honor would be in order. I didn't pursue it. I didn't disturb your friends for that. We already asked them for enough. Would you help me? I'm at your service. Thank you very much. Until next time. No, not like that. A few little taps with the thumb. Like that. Try it. There you go. With this signal, all doors are open to you. So, happy? You seem troubled. Well, no. Disappointed already? Not yet. Tell me about the session. I swore I wouldn't say anything. Even to me? Listen, it was ridiculous. It was strange. My love, it's silly, but I'm scared for you. What do you think will happen to me? On my love. Avenel found himself in a terrible spiral of compromise and Masonic favors, from which he terribly tried to escape. My dear brother Avenel, I've got a service to ask of you. Read all about it, the Ostrich affair. My dear brother, if you could obtain this position for me, I would be very happy. My friend, maybe a phone call to the prefect to annul this fine of mine. Demand freedom, the Pathanathan scandal. My dear brother Avenel, I need a character witness in a trial. One of our brothers is appearing in the magistrate's court. He may be a little guilty, but with a little pressure, and to show our Masonic solidarity, I'm sure you could clear it all up. The arrest of banker Charles Levy. Co-op bank goes bust. New financial scandal. You have to exclude him. He's a rogue. Of course he's a rogue, but as long as no one knows, we can keep him here amongst us. No! I understand your reaction, my dear Avenel. Let me give you an example. I knew one brother for 20 years, who I considered to be a crook, but I never said anything, because he was an excellent Mason. I don't share your opinion. Serge Alexandrovich Stravsky, that in unclear circumstances became a president of Acting for Government Land and Public Works Society. Next, he took huge loans secured by false jewelry and embezzled the money. Officially, he committed suicide. What was on hand to the government? Don't vote for him. Why? He's an enemy to Freemasonry. But his plan is excellent. It doesn't matter. He is deserting us. You don't seem to agree. No, no, and no. I will not do what you want. I ask you to conform to the Republican ethos. The Republican ethos is Masonic. I know what this ethos is. It's a sham. Brother, think before you speak. Oh, don't think that I'm angry. On the contrary, I'm very calm, and that is why I won't vote on this unjust law. You are destroying this country by poisoning it slowly. Avenel, you can't be serious. Don't you understand anything? As a direct consequence of Stravinsky affair, huge demonstrations of the monarchist and nationalist opposition took place in Paris against left government cartel, completed by bloody riots and fighting with police. The main objective of the demonstrators was Bourbon Palace, where the Chamber of Deputies was placed. Demonstrators shout, "Down with the thieves!" and tried to cross the police cordons protecting the building. What's happening? Look, calm down, my friend, it's nothing. What do you think we should do? Nothing at all. In similar cases, we have had to wait. And trust me, it's no major incident. Everyone will go home to bed when they have tired themselves out with shouting. What do you think, Avenel? I'd like to be with them at the Place de la Concorde. You can't be serious. I'm not laughing. They are shooting. They are shooting on the crowd. It must be stopped. They are crazy. It must be stopped. About 1930, on a Concorde bridge, police opened fire to a crowd. A moment later, Parliament secured commander reported a prime minister that 7 men had been shot and several dozens were hurt. What shall we do? It's too late. They are shooting again. Gunshots. Blood runs in the streets of Paris. French people die so that Freemasonry can live. Sirs, we have decided the list of members for the inquest. Everyone agrees that we should put it to the vote in the chamber. No objections? The project has been accepted unanimously. The meeting is adjourned. Do you think it's going to work? I can't see any opposition. If that's so, we're likely to get away with it. I sincerely believe that. Our brother deputies are waiting for us in the next room. They are impatient to hear you. Let's go. Avenel, my dear friend, I've put you on the inquest committee. Me? Why? You're indispensable. I need you. Come with us. Our friends are waiting. My brothers, now we are together. I can tell you confidentially that we can get through these serious events without too much harm. The Commission has just accepted the list that you proposed for the inquest. Many of our adversaries are involved, but the Freemasons are still in the majority. Rest assured, then, that neither the Republic nor Masonry are lost. They have come through a serious crisis, and they will emerge stronger from this test. Thank you. Inquest scandal. 35 Masons out of 50 members. Please get me the phone numbers of the Quai des Orsay. It means Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The Banque de France. Staff Headquarters. The General Secretary of the Radical Socialist Party. Le Temps. And the Guerlain Aviation Factories. Very well, sir. Hello, the minister's principal private secretary. Hello, yes, let me speak to him. Speaking? I'll see to it, my dear friend. I can't tell you anything over the phone. You understand? Perfectly. Alert all your friends abroad. But under no circumstances mention us. Silence. Understood? Hello, General Mazzina speaking. At your service, my dear Lavier. I'm counting on you, my dear General, to ensure the army don't change politically. It should remain divided above all. Don't worry, I've already made important changes. All of the officers suspected of being against you have been sent out of Paris and separated from the others. My brothers, it is imperative that we get out of this tight spot. We have to combat the movement of the stock market. Is that not so, my brother Deputy Governor? We will support the currency. The right-wing press should stop attacking the left-wing press to achieve a balance, to throw them off the scent. Understood. The left-wing parties should come to an agreement with those in the center and those to the extreme left. In a way, we can control the people, the common man. Even better, the Front Populaire. As for you, dear Galette, I received a message from abroad this morning for you. They are asking that you send the aviation supplies to Spain immediately. In return, we'll have all the political pressure we need. Even our prototypes, especially our prototypes. Don't you think that would be dangerous for our national defense? Do as I say. Inquiry concludes government responsible for 6th February riots. No enemies on the left. Aircraft for Spain. Mr. Avenel, send him in. Oh, hello, old friend. How are you? Very well, thank you. I called you. What happened? We never see you anymore. Are you sulking? No. Tell me, why did you refuse to take part in the inquest? I'm very busy at the moment, and I'm already involved in other commissions. Avenel, answer me honestly. Isn't it because we had a confidential chat the other day? Oh, well, yes it is. I wanted to talk to you about Freemasonry. Of course, sit down. I'm listening. Well, you were the one who presented me. I owe you an explanation. I have decided to resign. You seem to be disappointed by Masonry. Worse, shocked. Why? Confess to me. You wouldn't be the first Mason to confide in me. What did we do to you? Well, nothing to me personally, but I find that the Masons is rotten with social climbers. I agree with you. I didn't force you to say that. Do you think I'm stupid? I don't understand. So many virtues proclaimed on the outside, so many mysteries inside the order to cover up your little tricks. The hunger of its cliques. I expected to find devoted men, if not superior. Instead, I met beggars for tobacconists, or for honors, or rogues who are looking to use me to escape their prison sentences. Apart from them, sloganeers, those ignorant of everything, who don't know the history of their country, nothing of world history, nothing of politics, nothing of philosophy, nothing. Empty brains, but with petty ambitions and flapping tongues. And these people govern France? What grade are you now? Well, I was initiated as a master a short while ago. Well, if you have the courage to live amongst the mediocrity of the craft masonry for a few more years, you will move up to the superior levels. Is it any better? Completely different. Look, you're at the 33rd level, aren't you? That's the highest grade in masonry. My dear Avel, I'm going to tell you, although I shouldn't, of these famous Masonic secrets everyone finds so mysterious. In masonry, we hide everything from the little people. At the bottom, you know nothing. At the top, you start to see the global game more clearly. Even I am not completely sure of intentions of our order's rulers. And when I say rulers, I am mistaken. There are no rulers amongst us. There are only executors. I am a pawn on a chessboard. I carry out a function. I receive messages. I obey. I pass on messages. I respond. But who is in charge? No one. It is much more complicated and simple at the same time than we think. What is Masonry? Groups of men who are united from the four corners of the earth, wrapping the world in a network of unbreakable links. There are 50,000 of us in France, 500,000 in England, 3 million in America. It's not many, but it's a huge number because we form a united front for one cause. We spread everywhere. We have control everywhere. Here, 300 parliamentarians are Masons. In England, the king is part of our order. In the USA, the president is at the 32nd level. There is not a country where we don't have our secret supporters, our men, our banks, our devoted groups, and that's nothing. I'm only telling you of the physical strength of Freemasonry. There is perhaps something else. But what? A superior doctrine. An ancient power in the world, which allows us to push people sometimes towards life, sometimes towards death, as is necessary. Death? But I thought that Masonry stood for peace. A certain peace. Our peace. Or else. Well, this resignation, I'll think it over. There's only one solution. War. To succeed in waging war, Masonry needs all its men. Who can we not count on in the chamber? Our parliamentary brothers are almost all safe, except one who I dare to name, because he is in our lodge. Avenel, he makes remarks against the Grand Orient, who he accuses of declaring war on Europe. It was a mistake to let him enter. We could still persuade him to change his mind. I doubt you would succeed. Who knows? Perhaps we can do it. French aeronautics production. Brothers, German aviation doesn't have any hardware. There were over 2,000 aviation accidents in Germany last year. The Siegfried line is barely constructed. The German tanks are moving with difficulty. One detail, among others, was reported to me by one of our brothers. When their tanks entered Vienna, it appeared that some of them were made of cardboard and mounted on bicycle wheels. Believe me, my brothers, it will be easy for us to fight National Socialism, whose ceaseless demands are becoming intolerable, and liberate our brothers reduced to slavery. Never have we been so ready. In 2 weeks, we will settle the fate of Germany. Our law governs Europe completely. Our victory is certain. It is not true. Silence. What he is saying is not true. My brother, I bring you to order. You don't have the right to speak. I know that. I am a deputy and member of the National Defense Commission. I can't allow a speech which is so obviously wrong to continue. The statements this man makes, our brother Richter, on the state of the German army are lies. And stupid too. Why would you want a war between Germany and France? My brother, you don't have the right to speak. I don't care, but I still say that no real grounds can be found for going to war. You can speak presently after our brother's speech. No, I'll speak now, before hearing more of these stupid warmongering stupidities. All of you Masons are pushing for war, so that this country can be governed by your laws, by the Jews, and Masonry above all. The French people won't fight to defend such a vapid ideology, a vile regime, and a rotten republic. Brother Avenel, I ask you to leave the temple. You are all liars, falsifiers, and forgers. Everything here is just a black comedy. Avenel, I live in Neuilly, just like you. That's why I came to find you. You did the right thing, my friend. I was right behind you in the meeting. I wanted to congratulate you. Thank you. You did the right thing to tell them the truth. They are madmen. It is impossible to make them listen to reason. The facts are indisputable. Yes. Listen, I have some confidential documents about the current activities in the Masons, which may interest you. Documents? Yes. You are a deputy? It will be useful and urgent that you reveal them. Of course, but where are they? At my place, not far from here. If you have a few minutes, of course, let's go. So what have we decided? A gun or a knife? A knife. It will be less noisy. Look out. Here they are. Just a moment. I'll open up. A matter of morals or drugs. The young Deputy Avenel, who has shown signs of mental illness, was found unconscious in the suburbs. According to his acquaintances, he was in the habit of visiting such seedy areas. Don't worry, my love. You will recover quickly. The doctor just told me you are out of danger. As long as you are careful. What was that noise? It's general mobilization, my love. What do you mean, mobilization? Don't get excited, my love. I shouldn't have told you. Don't fret, my love. You'll be back soon. They have done it. They have succeeded in starting their war. Don't move. Your wounds have barely healed. If I hadn't fallen under the sway of these criminals, perhaps I could have prevented this. No, you could have done nothing to avoid it, my dear. These men are stronger than you. You are well rid of them. What's that? Those poor people. If they knew what I knew. Brothers, we can confirm without doubt that universal Freemasonry has achieved its goal. This war of ours has been declared. It will end with the triumph of our order It means that the world will be governed by our methods and our ideas. Be standing for the order. Brother Senior Warden, what time does business close? At midnight, Worshipful Master. What time is it, Brother Junior Warden? Midnight, Worshipful Master. As it is midnight, and we have completed our work, I declare business closed. When I bang my hammer, leave in peace, my brothers, under the law of silence. The end. My name is Robert Sepper. I'm an anthropologist. You can find my published work on Amazon. And if you enjoyed this film, please consider reading my first book called 1666, Redemption Through Sin. I appreciate all the positive feedback. Thank you for leaving a comment and also for sharing this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you soon.